Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in this video, I do want to go over the role as a trader specifically and give you guys as many tips and tricks that I can to help you along the way. Now I am currently a rank 20 in the trader role and I do know what things are too, and I do want to go over some things that will definitely help you guys along your path at becoming the trader that you guys want to be here in Red Dead Online. Now, obviously, I have made a couple other videos and I'm going to put those same information into this one. But if you guys have other tips and tricks for each other, then please leave a comment down below because this video is designed to help you guys out as much as possible. Now, the first tip that I actually would like to go over with you guys today is the location of your camp, because your camp is kind of your base for the operation of a trader. That's where Crips is at. He's the one that's actually producing all the goods for you. So what are some of the best locations for my honest opinion? I believe that there is one that is way over the other ones, and I'm going to kind of get into the reason why I believe that it's better than some of the other locations. Now let's go ahead and pull up the map here real quick, and I'm going to show you guys where my camp is at, and it's actually in the Heartlands in New Hanover. Now, I know a lot of other people are saying, okay, well, you guys need to go to Big Valley, and they give their reasons. There's also people that have said, oh, we need to have it around Tumbleweed because of this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people actually putting camps actually in Blue Water Marsh, which is really close to alligators and herons and things like that. So what do I believe is some of the best options? Well, I believe the Heartlands is actually the best. And there's actually kind of a specific area of the Heartlands. If you were to draw a line right between the W and the H in New Hanover and kind of go straight north and south, you kind of want to be on the right side of it. Now, the reason that I'm actually saying this is because specifically of this area right here, the Heartlands overflow, and then honestly kind of where I'm at right here, there's this kind of dried up riverbank. Now, there's a lot of reasons for this specific area, one being ducks and geese specifically, and once you actually become a high enough trader and you can purchase your hunting wagon, you can load that thing up with a ton of ducks and a ton of geese as well. Not only on top of that, but overhead, and unfortunately it looks like we might be getting a storm, which is unfortunate because it seems like it's either, you know, nighttime or storming in Red Dead Online. However, there's a lot of geese and ducks that fly overhead during and throughout the day here, which can add to a lot of options. Not only on top of that, but look at this. We actually have a hawk that can add to our camp as well. And there are a ton, and I repeat, a ton of wildlife in this area. There's actually two really good locations to get your camp to be set up, and actually one is right inside of this area. If you guys can get your camp to spawn right here, it is actually really amazing. It's kind of secluded by this wall of, you know, this mound right here, but there's actually a lot of deer that will actually spawn in, and actually I see why my camp did spawn here. There's actually somebody else's camp right here, but that could throw off some of the spawn rates, but there are usually a ton, and I repeat, a ton of deer and pronghorn in the area. And with a little bit of buff that we've had for hunting, that actually makes it really nice to make runs. Then you can actually see we got actually a white-tailed buck right here, and a 3-star will actually go for over 10, and just a doe or whatnot will actually go, or just a white-tailed deer will actually go for a little bit less than 10 as well. So if you guys can get 3-star, you can actually kill one, put it on the back of your horse, and then lasso another one, and you don't even need the wagon to do that, and you're going to get a ton of materials. Basically 2 deer perfect is going to net you about 20 pieces of material, which is a huge boost to production of your camp. So that's kind of the tip number one. And I do apologize about the weather. It looked so nice when I started the video, but we have the Heartlands overflow, and the rain will obviously kind of determine some of the spawn rates. And I'm going to kind of go over there the best that I can to kind of show you guys what I mean. But we do have the Heartland overflows that is actually really, really close by. And that will give you the ducks and the geese that you need. Now, typically, the ducks are going to spawn on the right side, pretty much what I'm approaching here. And you can see that there's actually there's a 3-star buck right here. There's usually ducks that will spawn right here if it's nice out. So ducks will spawn in this area all right here, where I'm kind of looking at right now. And then, if it's not raining, I was really hoping that it wasn't going to rain during this video, but I can't control the weather. I would change it if I could, because the weather in this game is something else. And then typically right here on this hillside, there's actually going to be a lot of geese that will sit here during the day, which is right on this. And there's usually anywhere between like 3, and I've had as many as 12 sitting here. And then with the ducks over there, you can have, you know, just like 1, or you can have actually like 2 groups of like 6. Plus you can have the ones that fly overhead, which can be a lot of materials if you guys have a hunting wagon. Now obviously we can only stow 2 on our horse, which makes it a little bit more complicated. But if you break them down, you can get the animal fat and use it for explosive rounds and things like that. So there's a lot of variety for that. So obviously we've established that there's deer and there's pronghorn, there's foxes, there's coyotes, there's bison, and there's all kinds of like small animals like muskrats and raccoons and whatnot. But a lot of stuff that is very worthwhile for being in this specific area. I really like the Heartlands, and I think you guys should check it out. And make sure that you guys are kind of on that, you know, eastern side, so to speak, of the Heartlands, if possible, as close to this overflow as possible, or pretty much straight south of the overflow if you guys can. Now moving on to my next trick for you guys, so you guys can see that there's more. You know, we got pronghorns over there and another pronghorn over there, so you guys can kind of see what I mean by that. So the next tip and trick that I have for you guys is how you sell. Now there's 2 versions of it. Number 1 is, how do you guys sell to increase your trader roll as fast as possible, so how to rank up as quickly as possible within the trader roll. And that is to basically approach your camp and then sell goods as quickly as possible. So after you guys get the materials that you need by hunting and establishing where your camp is actually going to be based out of, the next thing is basically selling it as quick as you possibly can. You're also going to have to get supplies from time to time, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But if you get one good, sell it right away, because you're going to get 250 experience points towards that trader roll, and then you're going to get 250 or 200 experience points towards your normal rank, which I'm at currently 166. And then after you rank up completely, you're still going to get that 200, so you can actually keep adding it to your normal roll, and you can actually rank up really fast. So that's definitely a recommendation. And then all you have to do is do a short distance. So like in the Heartlands, for the most part, every once in a while you'll have Blackwater, and that seems like it's a lot further of a distance away. I've never gone to Strawberry, which is interesting. I've gone to Rhodes, I've gone to Saint Denis, and I've also gone to Van Horn. And then I've also gone to, trying to think of what other location was recently on here. But I think that's kind of the main locations. Rhodes, Valentine, Blackwater, and Saint Denis, and Van Horn. Those are kind of the like general area, and they don't take typically very long to actually get to. I think there might be some other ones, but they're just really not coming to mind right now. So those, honestly, I seem like I get the Blackwater one the most, or Rhodes. So, but yeah, you just do a quick one, and if you can actually get somebody to help you with it, they'll get some experience points as well. And then obviously they get half of whatever money you make, but if it's only one good, it's really not going to be that much. Now the next tip that I can give to you guys is when you guys are doing the resupply missions, instead of buying them for the $20, you actually do them on your own. And if you do them on your own without any posse members, you're actually going to generate 625 experience points for the role of the trader. You're also going to get 500 experience points for your regular level up, whatever current level that you guys are. And you guys can save the $20 for it. And these missions are very, very close. Now, typically in the Heartlands area, that's kind of what we're focusing on. For the most part, honestly, it's going to be going to the Heartland or the oil fields right here. That's one. Every once in a while, you get one where you have to go and rescue or find out where a supply wagon was taken over by like wolves or whatever, and it's surrounded, but they can kind of just be random. But they're usually all within like this general location. You don't really have to go too terribly far away. So it's really easy. They're super quick, especially the ones at the Heartlands. I mean, my camp was here. I like when my camp is here specifically, It's like right there. It takes not even 5 minutes to complete it. You're getting free 5 materials if you do it by yourself. If you do it with a posse, you can have up to 4 times that, so you can get 20 materials. And then you can actually get roughly 2,000 experience points if a posse actually helps you. And then you're going to get 200 or 625 if you do it by yourself. And then in between that, if you guys get, you know, 1, 2, 3, or 4 posse members to help you out. So it just kind of depends. Now, the biggest tip that I can give to you guys is with the trader itself is how you sell them later in the game. And this is actually why I wanted to come here. You guys can see all of my materials that Crips has been working on lately. That's all stuff that I can deliver. But once you guys get to rank 10, you guys can see that I have 100 out of 100 goods completely ready to go. And you can see that I do a little bit of hunting. I use my hunting wagon very little because everything is so close to this area. Especially in the Heartlands, you can get materials very easy. And you can see if I donate my materials, I don't have any on me right now. But if you guys, like I said, the bucks, you can get, you know, like that 11 to 12 range. Doe, you can get like 8, it's like 8.3 or whatever materials. It's awesome. But once you hit rank 10, you guys need to make sure that you guys have a wagon size large. You will have to buy the medium and then buy the large. But when you hit the large, you can actually do a large delivery, local one, for $500 and get 2,400 experience points towards the roll of the trader and 2,000 experience points towards your actual rank. So rank 166 for me. Or you can do a distant delivery and make $625 and get the same experience points. And then whatever you do, your posse members that help you will get half of that. So they can get, you know, like 1,000 experience points, and they'll also get like 1,200, and then they'll make, you know, $312.50 if you're doing a distance one. So if you have a large posse, you guys can help each other do this, and you can each your trader, and you can actually help each other out by actually generating that much money, income, and whatnot for it. So that's how I was able to get to level 20 very quickly with this trader role. And on top of that, honestly, it's as close to a glitch that you guys can get, because even right now, every time that I do a resupply mission, I can't rank up anything more, but I'm getting 500 experience points for going and doing a resupply mission, which takes 5 minutes. There is no other method inside of Red Dead Online where you can actually do anything for 5 minutes and make 500 experience points. And if you do a local delivery, and you can get 2,400 experience points, which you get 2,000 normal rank experience points, like up there in the left-hand corner, then you can actually level up really quickly. And there's no other option with 4 people or with that big of a delivery that you're going to get 2,000 experience points. It just doesn't exist. And unfortunately, the one thing I do have to kind of say the downfall of the trader is you're not going to make hardly good money until you actually reach rank 10. And that's because all the smaller deliveries, with a small delivery wagon, you're only going to get $62.50 for a local delivery, and that doesn't really add up to anything. With all the materials that you're actually putting into it, it hurts. But the boost of when you become a better trader with the perfect pelts is huge, and it makes hunting that much more enjoyable, especially to make sure that you maintain that 3-star quality when you actually do go and hunt. So those are kind of my main tips and tricks for you guys. Make sure that you guys do have a dog. I've never had anybody attack my thing, but I've had a few people that have told me that they've lost supplies, but it's never happened to me personally, so I don't know how that is, how that actually works out. The other thing that I actually really like, though it's really expensive, is the campfire, or the stew pot itself. So you got the recipes here. And you can actually give this for everybody, but it costs 3 big game meat usually to get a superior quality stew. And you can get gold or the gold cores, which are amazing. And then obviously you have the herbalist heaven. And this changes from day to day and even from session to session. Because earlier, if you guys watched my daily challenge video, it was a cowboy stew that I had to create. And it was nothing along the lines that are currently in here right now. So this one's really easy. It's 3 big game meat, and you can get that from alligators, panthers, cougars, bears, whatever. And you're really not that far away from Lemoyne, so you guys can make a trip over to Lemoyne and get stock up on big game meat pretty easy. So this is by far a huge portion of it, because you can get these good gold quality cores from this thing. Now it is very expensive. So I do have to say, the one thing about the trader is it's not a get rich quick method until you hit level 10, and it does take a good amount of hunting and a good dedication to getting the supplies yourself if you want to make those $500 or $625 deliveries to really make it worthwhile. Now, I've done 2 big deliveries today, so just off of this camp, I've made over $1,000 by doing big deliveries, and you saw that I actually had another one already set to go. So you guys can see it is profitable, but it does take time and dedication in it, because you're not being able to sell your pelts and your carcasses and whatever to the butcher, because you want to maintain the entire carcass here and not skin it and when you donate it to Crips. So you are losing out on some of that money. That's why when you get the buff, I can't remember what rank it is, but it's important that you start bringing in those 3-star qualities, because you're going to start making more money. And then obviously with the large delivery wagon at 100, then you're going to start getting that extra bonuses too. So even if you have 99, it's like $390, and as soon as you get one more, it goes up to like 500. It's a huge difference, and it's definitely worthwhile. And then the experience points that you get with it is absolutely amazing. But anyway, I've kind of gone off long enough on the trader role itself. There's a lot of really cool features that you guys need to have for it, and there's a lot of benefits actually from getting it, and you can see what they are by just looking at the trader role in general if you have it, by going to the progress area. But anyway, that is all the time that I have for in today's video. Hopefully this helped you guys out with the trader role in general. If it did in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.